It's a regular Tuesday morning. You wake up, make your coffee, sit down. You open your investing app, just like you do every morning. And then you stop. You look at the number on your screen, and you just stare at it. $89,000. You didn't win the lottery. You didn't get an inheritance. You didn't take some crazy risk on crypto at 2 a.m. All you did was invest $500 a month, every single month, for 10 years. That's it. And that one quiet, boring, completely unsexy decision changed everything. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to see exactly how this works, exactly what the numbers look like year by year, and exactly why most people will never reach this number, even though anyone can. Let's get into it. Section 1. Setting the scene. Let me paint a picture for you first, because I want you to understand who we're actually talking about here. We're not talking about someone who grew up wealthy. We're not talking about someone with a finance degree or a six-figure salary. We're talking about a 25-year-old, average job, average salary, maybe $45,000 to $55,000 a year. Nothing special, nothing extraordinary. They've got rent to pay. They've got a car payment. Maybe some student loans hanging over their head. Sound familiar? And one day, they make a decision. Not a dramatic decision, not a life-changing moment they could point to in a movie, just a quiet, personal decision. They open a brokerage account. They set up an automatic transfer of $500 a month. And then, they just keep going. That's the whole story. There's no secret. There's no trick. There's no moment of genius. But here's what's wild. 10 years later, that person has more money sitting in their account than 70% of Americans have saved in their entire lifetime. How? 2 words: compound interest. And I'm going to show you exactly, with real numbers, what that actually looks like. Section 2. The math breakdown year by year. All right, let's talk numbers, and I promise, this is not going to be complicated. I'm going to make this as simple as it gets. You invest $500 every single month. That's $6,000 a year coming out of your pocket. You put it into a simple S&P 500 index fund. Nothing fancy. We'll talk about exactly which ones in a moment. The S&P 500 has historically returned an average of around 10% per year. Not every year. Some years it's up 20%, some years it's down. But on average, over long periods of time, 10%. Now let's watch what happens. After year 1, you've put in $6,000. With market growth, you have roughly $6,300. Nothing crazy yet. After year 2, you've personally invested $12,000 total, but your account? It's sitting at about $13,200. The gap is starting to open. Year 3, $18,000 of your money in. Account value, around $20,800. Year 5, $30,000 of your money. But your account is sitting at almost $38,000. You've made $8,000, doing absolutely nothing extra. Year 7, $42,000 of your money in. Account value, $60,000. Year 8, $48,000 in. Account, $70,000. Year 9, $54,000 in. Account, almost $86,000. And then, year 10, you have personally invested $60,000 of your own hard-earned money, but your account balance, $102,000. You made $42,000 that you never worked for, that you never stressed for, that you never sacrificed a weekend for. The market made it for you. While you slept, while you went on vacation, while you argued with someone on social media, the money was growing. This is compound interest. This is why the people who understand it earn it. And the people who don't spend their whole life paying it to someone else. Section 3. The other side of the story. Now I need to show you the other side, because this is the part that's going to be uncomfortable. Same person, same age, same job, same salary. But instead of investing that $500 a month, they spent it. Not on crazy things, not on luxury vacations, just life. An extra dinner out twice a week. Upgrading to a slightly nicer apartment, a newer phone every year, monthly subscriptions they forgot they had. Nothing outrageous, just normal, everyday spending decisions, 10 years later, zero in investments. Their savings account has maybe $3,000 to $5,000. And here's the part that really hurts. Inflation has quietly eaten away at the purchasing power of everything they've saved. That $5,000 sitting in a regular savings account, earning 1%. It's worth less in real terms than it was 10 years ago. Same starting point, same income, same opportunities, completely different financial reality. One person has over $100,000 working for them. The other is starting from scratch at 35. When time is no longer on their side, the same way it was at 25. This isn't about judging how people spend their money. This is about showing you, with brutal honesty, what those small daily decisions actually cost. Not today, not this month, but over a decade. Pause. The price of financial inaction isn't paid today. It's paid 10 years from now, and by then, it feels too late to fix. Section 4. The exact strategy, step by step. Okay, so how do you actually do this? Let me walk you through it step by step, as simple as possible. Step 1. Open a brokerage account. I recommend Fidelity, Vanguard, or Charles Schwab. All three are free to open. All three are trusted, established institutions. You don't need any money up front. You don't need any special qualifications. You just need a social security number, a bank account, and 10 minutes. If you already have a 401k through your employer, even better. Start there, especially if your employer matches contributions. That match is free money. Never leave free money on the table. Step 2. Set up automatic investing. This is the single most important step. Not the fund you pick, not the amount, the automation. Why? Because the biggest enemy of long-term investing is not the stock market. It's you. It's your emotions. It's that voice in your head that says, the market looks scary right now. Maybe I'll wait. Automation removes that voice from the equation entirely. The money moves before you can talk yourself out of it. Set it up once. Let it run. Step 3. Choose a simple, broad index fund. You don't need to pick stocks. You don't need to analyze quarterly earnings reports. You don't need to know anything about individual companies. Look at funds like VOO. That's the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, or VTI, the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF. These funds own a tiny piece of hundreds or thousands of companies at once. When America grows, you grow with it. Low fees, broad exposure, historically strong returns. Simple. Step 4. And this is the hardest one. Don't touch it. The market is going to drop. It always does. There will be a headline that says everything is collapsing. Your account is going to go red for a while, and every instinct in your body is going to say, sell, get out, save what you have. Don't. Every single market crash in history has eventually recovered. Every one. And the people who held through the pain and kept buying during the dip came out wealthier than they were before. The people who panicked and sold, they locked in their losses and missed the entire recovery. Long-term investing is not about being fearless. It's about being patient when everyone else is panicking. That's the edge. That's the skill. And it's completely free to develop. Section 5. The emotional truth. Let me step back from the numbers for a second because I know what some of you are thinking. That sounds great, but $500 a month, I can barely cover my rent. And I hear that. I genuinely do. So let me reframe it. $500 a month is $16.60 a day. That's 2 specialty coffees. That's 1 meal delivery order. That's 3 streaming subscriptions you probably forgot you have. I'm not saying any of those things are bad. I'm saying when you see it that way, the math changes. The conversation with yourself changes. And here's the thing, nobody says out loud, you don't have to start with 500. Start with 100. Start with 50. Start with whatever you can do right now, today, without it hurting. Because the secret was never the amount. The secret was the time. And every single day you wait is a day of compounding you can never get back. 10 years from now, you will be 10 years older. That part is guaranteed. The only question is whether you'll be 10 years older with $100,000 building wealth for you. Or 10 years older wondering where all that money went. The math doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about the economy. It doesn't care about the news cycle. It just runs every single day. For the people who started, will you be one of them? If this video made something click for you, I want you to do one thing right now, not tomorrow, right now. Open a brokerage account or log into the one you already have and set up even a $50 automatic monthly transfer just to start the habit, because the habit is everything. Subscribe to Liberty Finance and drop a comment below. Tell me honestly, are you currently investing? And if not, what's actually stopping you? I read every comment. I want to know.